is no place to escape to.
This is the last stream.
On the left.
That's when the cannibalism started.
This is gonna be interesting. Guess what, man? We just started ripping. You know what I mean?
All right, welcome to the last stream on the left, everybody. This is going to be a clusterfuck of shit. That's what we're going to call this episode. All right.
That's my favorite. I kind of like it when the right before the show started. It kind of felt like the you know when the Apollo when was it the Apollo 13 when it went dark around the moon and they're like, what's going to happen? Are they all going to fuck in there in the shadow of the moon? That's what we just did. So we don't know if these phone calls are going to work or not, but we're going to find out. That's for certain.
We're going to find out very, very soon. I am wearing a political shirt. March on Washington. March on Washington. Get it together, everybody. Blacks and whites unite. Obviously, in this situation, we don't, but you get the idea.
All white.
Yes.
I'm going to put it this way. I really think that if there was a way you could make a daisy chain of an Asian, a black person, a white woman, a Native American, and if you could somehow put all the cum and the eggs together, that would make the first actually good human.
So the gender of the Asian individual doesn't matter to you?
No.
Okay, I see. Because you did leave out that one very key notion.
White woman is better than a white man, except a white man will be watching the whole thing with a whip, just in case nobody does anything bad.
Okay, so this episode now, this is the last stream. Now this is adult stream after dark. We've got a tit light special. Look at those wonderful things. They could kill a cow.
If you shaved me, I would, I just got Lena Dunham's.
And what a great activist she is. Okay.
She really is a very big activist, and she also recently said that we should stop body shaming Donald Trump, so.
And who doesn't agree with that? Brilliant person. Okay, let's do a phone call. Travis, because honestly, that's all we're doing on this episode is phone calls. So you, the audience, are the show. So you can make this as good or as bad. That's it.
You have to be interesting. You have to call with either show. I don't want any fuck, marry, kills. I don't want any fuck, marry, kills. I want to know how much it will take for you to have sex with your own father.
No, we don't want to do that again.
I want to know that.
We've already done that. It takes a whole bevy. It's a bunch of money or pizza.
I want some revelations. I want revelations to come out of this show that will ruin a relationship for you, that will strengthen a relationship for you because you're finally willing to say the truth that you weren't willing to say, but you're willing to embarrass yourself up to, I think there's 880 people watching the stream right now.
Wow.
So you really embarrass themselves doing that way, or lose your job. I want a big juicy secret.
All right, and I like your first idea. Let's do relevations. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today. So let's take our first phone call.
You're good?
All right, you're on the air. This is the last stream on the left. Really crucial that you don't suck.
Don't suck.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Fuck you, Ben.
Thank you. Hang it up. I'm done with her. I actually met this chick already at a live show. Hang it up. All right, very fun. Let's do another one, Travis.
Give it a second. I don't have a new call.
Good Lord
You don't have another
almighty.
fucking call. All
I
we're
don't
doing
know.
is calls.
I can't deal with these people. You know, you work and you work and you work and you try to entertain, and then they sit there on their asses and they have opinions.
Hours of grinding till we own it. Thank you, Yonsei. No one wants to call on the fucking phone?
I gotta say, these Beyonce pregnant pictures, what is going on? Oh. I wish I honestly... Travis, where are my little hands? Travis, find my little hands. I want to clap for Beyonce. Where are they? I don't know. Just try to get up and get them.
What do you think that she's kind of hot?
Oh, I think she's a beautiful woman, and it's always nice when a woman is with child.
Yeah.
Is it always nice?
I don't know. I just feel like if I was Jay-Z, I'd be like, can we not do the pregnancy pictures when you look as if you're a future ghost, draped in some sort of bizarre Midwestern curtain? That's what I got the feeling of. She looked like, a bizarre grandmother who had passed away.
But she's got the titas.
Well, yes, and she's full of child.
She's full of milk. It would be kind of amazing, though, if a woman got pregnant and her tits got full of beer.
And that's how you make Toby Keith. All right, let's do another phone call. What do we got? The phones are lighting up. You know what, Travis? Hang up on them. Hang up on them. Oh, my God. Well, this is what happens when Adult Swim says, let's do something different.
Do something different.
Why wouldn't they have us do it?
You know what was the last thing before this?
What was that?
That alt-right show.
Oh,
they really tried to do something different with that, and I guess that also didn't go very well.
Oh, no, there is no way that alt-right people aren't just getting punched in the face or constantly beat up. They have their pulse on America and American politics. It's a brilliant network.
I dare Richard Spencer to come to one of our live shows. Ooh. I will pull down his pants. I think we should stop punching Nazis, but we should start pantsing Nazis.
Do you understand, Henry, by the vast majority of bizarre anti-free speech leftists, you're a Nazi?
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
But guess what, man? The Nazis lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the end, I'm going to win. I'm going to be out of jail. I'm not going to be in a ditch covered in petrol, burning alive like Hitler did. All right? I'm going to live freely deep into my 60s.
Sadly,
and die of a heart attack at a Shoney's.
I do believe that Adolf John Hitler actually died in Argentina at the ripe young age of 94 years young.
Yeah, he got on one of those planes, took him out to a U-boat. Yep. He went over to Argentina and lived a wonderful life.
Yeah, and the official diagnosis, poo-poo overdose. Yes.
Do you think him and your grandfather played the wheelbarrow game where they did those races, like wheelbarrow races?
No, my grandfather didn't like to run. He stood
Which
his
is
ground.
weird that he was a part of the most powerful race of all time.
This is fun. Let's do a late after dark show, they said. This is a wonderful idea. All right, let's do a phone call, Travis.
Take a phone call.
You know what? Hang up,
Literally
Travis.
no one's calling. Well, apparently
right.
It says here, what I'm seeing on the Skype is that the phone line is busted. People are calling in, and it's saying they can't complete the call.
Good. That's brilliant.
Bitchatrice is saying what? Saying, Henry, please what? I don't know what you're saying, Bitchatrice.
Well, don't call her that.
That's her fucking name that's her handle.
It seems a little inappropriate, though, nonetheless.
Adult Swim says we have too many phone calls, which is why...
Oh, we have too many phone calls, so none are getting through. That is the
Interesting.
answer that an idiot gives when they don't have an answer that makes sense. Isn't that
Our
nice?
tech man here, Eric, that I'm going to call Dickies.
Yes,
because
we'll call him
Travis's
Dick. We have
titties-
titties and dickies, yes.
Yeah, that is not true. He's shaking his head saying that is not true.
Not true. So we barely got the last live stream to work. We barely got any of them to work. And they said,
true.
you know what? Let's make them more difficult. Let's see if they can handle that. What a brilliant idea.
Every 10 minutes that we can't take a phone call, I remove an item of clothing.
Oh, my
from
goodness.
Dickies. And then Dickies has got to parade back and forth here, and we play the elephant game. You ever hear about that in frats? They used to do that, the elephant game.
What
where
is the elephant game?
You'd stick your thumb up the naked dude in front of you's ass,
Oh, no,
and then you guys form a chain.
I know. I thought that was when you reached in between your legs and grabbed the dick of the guy behind you, and then you all walk like that.
Well, isn't
right.
that kind of a strange way to do yoga? That seems odd to me.
Question though is that whose penis is that long?
Well, you
That
can
it can
imagine
be
there was
pulled-
somebody playing the elephant game who has both of his hands free, and then the guy's like, "So what's in me?" He's playing a different game, I guess. Maybe that's more of a sloth game or something like that.
Tiny Bean here says, so I'll just go to the chat. Tiny
Go
Bean
to the
says,
chat.
let's see Henry's pubes. That's going to cost you $5,000. You can
Five.
Venmo it to me.
Whoa.
The wireless customer I'm trying to reach is still unavailable. It's saying this. Okay, of all the places you've ever done a show, about which places would you most and least likely to visit?
My God. Let's see, the best place that we've ever done a show, that's really a tough question because, honestly, when we go to do the shows, we have a skewed vision of all the cities because we go there and we perform in front of all of our amazing fans, so every city is amazing.
We literally just get hammered for 6 hours and then leave. But
Right.
What he's talking about, of the things that we have talked about on the show, where would we want to visit the most and which would we least like to visit?
Well, I think Chicago, that would be H.H. Holmes. We'll be there tomorrow. So that's a great place to visit. The least place I would want to go to, Wichita, Kansas. That's BTK. There's nothing to do there except for obviously what BTK did there.
Yeah. I don't think I'd want to go to the Dyatlov Pass. That'd be too cold.
Oh,
Too cold.
absolutely.
I'm actually with Marcus on that. Don't want to go to Dyatlov. Is it Dyatlov? I don't know. Dude's gonna fucking crucify me for my pronunciation. Dyatlov. I would say yes. I have problems with Dyatlov. I want to go to Japan, and I am currently going to be putting together a vacation to go to Japan to meet. I want to go see where Om Shinrikyo trained.
So you want to go see where a cult trained, and what makes you think they'll let you off the plane?
Look at me. I feel like when I go there, I look like a luck demon that is drawn on the side of a Japanese vase. I feel like when I walk down the street, they're all going to be like, he come. Most thankful are we.
Yeah, with any luck, absolutely.
Also, I'm going to join the Japanese fucking basketball league. Stuffing them down. Doing a lot of the, like fucking, what's his name? The Kembe Mutombo.
Dikembe
Mutombo.
Dikembe and Michael Jordan also did a lot of this. Let's take a call.
No calls.
No calls.
No calls.
Well, this is great.
All right. Talking Crow says, Henry, why is Ben mad? He is making me scared.
I don't know, Talking Crow.
You're just getting wetter. You do look wetter. Tell me, all right, Alex in Exile has asked me, why do I make so many house guest references? Because it was one of the biggest movies of a generation. Get your shit together.
House Guest with Sinbad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, and what other way is there to sin? What a guy. Creative
What are you
name.
even doing? What happened? Did Dave Barry just jump into your body and just take over your lips?
Who's that?
Dave Barry.
Oh, he is a funny guy. He's, he does political humor.
Yes.
He calls
You
them
know,
Republic. He says the Republicans and Democrats.
He is so anybody that has the term humorist like in their job description is not funny.
No, it sounds like a diagnosis your doctor gives you when he wants to tell you you have cancer. Actually, you're a humorist. All right.
All right, Father Comfort asked me which of the female serial killers would I most prefer to finger pop. And I would say I would never want to. I don't want to finger pop a serial killer, but I would want to finger pop probably the most beautiful first lady of all time, Michelle Obama. And that's just because I respect her and I choose her.
She is complicit in serial killing.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes sense.
Nah. She was just rubbing Barack's shoulders while he was directing the drone armies. I'm just happy we have a drone army. I'm fine
Isn't
with
that? Yeah. Well, serial killer women now. Who do we really got here? I mean, is Squeaky Fromm? She's not really a serial killer.
No.
Obviously, we have Eileen Warnos. That's
Obviously.
classic.
Yeah, and she would be the one that would be most receptive to the finger blasting.
I suppose Hill, right? Is it Betty and Barney?
Yeah,
well,
Betty.
no, they were abducted.
Yeah,
What's
Betty,
the-
you're thinking of the West. Fred
The
and
West.
Rose West.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
No, not Rose West. Definitely not Rose West. Maybe Belle Guinness.
Oh. Sounds like she's close to being a beer. All right, let's take a call. And we have
Jones
nothing.
are jammed.
Isn't that great? Henry, how's the auditioning going? I did an audition the other day for Rockstar Games.
Yeah?
And oh, they're fun. And it's not the energy drink.
You're not supposed to say that. You have to sign like 5 with the DNRs. It's not DNRs.
It's not a big deal. I signed Marcus's name.
Get out of
so-
that loophole.
Absolutely. And the woman actually that I did an audition for was a fan of the show.
Hey.
Yeah, so I
Oh.
thought I was guaranteed to get the job, but I guess
No.
not that big of a fan.
No, it's actually the opposite of that. It's the opposite of that.
Oh my goodness.
Where we go? Which one of you is Jesus' son?
Well, Jesus is. Well, that's a tough question.
Jesus had many wives.
I don't think. Well, I don't think he had any wives.
I don't think he was real. I don't think he was
Well,
never
he's not
real.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was put together by the Romans. That's like, they already said that it's a myth that they put together. It's sort of like a way to it was like they made an excuse. It was like when we created ISIS to go in there in order to fight to continue the forever war that we're doing over there.
Yeah. I do want to thank the one dumb fucking shithead who was able to get through. Wow. This is, it's always nice. They say, what's it like to be on the Titanic? And this is it. So what
Pizza
a brilliant idea.
This guy named Pizza Broy won't fucking stop it. All right, when did you realize, Henry, when did you realize you're Lord Satan's loudspeaker? I don't know, man.
That's a great answer, Henry. Why don't you expand a little bit? Because you are, now this is actually true. Everyone's allowed their own religious identity. Henry, you do self-identify as a Satanist, and there's millions of Satanists around the globe, and certainly right here in the country. What was the defining moment? Christians and Muslims and Jewish individuals, they all have, well, let's not give thumbs down to everybody. They all have a moment where they came to their Savior. When did you decide that you wanted to be a self-avowed Satanist?
I think it was when I did that jerk-off ritual and I got Heroes Reborn. I don't know whether or not that is the truth. I don't know if that's necessarily why I got Heroes Reborn, but I believe that there's something connected to it. Also, Satan just keeps giving and giving. He's fun. It's funner than everything else. There's hotter women involved. There's better men involved in Satanist functions. It's just more fun. You know
So
what I
it's
mean?
more of
'Cause
a
Satan
communal
itself
thing.
Yeah, and Satan himself is not real. The idea of Satan, the idea of the adversary is
Right.
real. I don the cloak of the adversary in order to fight the many victims.
But, I mean,
at some point, if you are the adversary, everyone is a fucking against you, right?
Yeah.
Everyone else is a villain. You're the superhero all the time, even though you were also a villain.
By the way, I want to say good traps and good lats and good buys. You're working in your buys. You're getting stronger.
Me?
Yeah.
fucking
Look at that. Not bad.
Dude. Fucking.
Look
yeah,
at that.
dude.
Look at this.
Fuck you, dude.
Fuck you.
Fuck this, man.
Fuck
if we were in
this.
the same room, I would fucking wrestle both of you.
I really do actually want to wrestle you in a competition. I really would love to wrestle you.
Me?
Yeah. I think it'd be a
You're
lot of
so
fun.
strong, though. Like, you're genuinely very strong.
Deceptively strong. Dirt is
Well, it's 'cause
actually
he's
more
got-
difficult to lift than weights.
He's got like Jack Skellington arms that are like ropey. You get that ropey muscle
Yeah. Drumming muscles.
pulling and tugging.
But I mean, Henry. First of all, Henry's Reborn, Heroes Reborn. It didn't last that long, and then I think you could have been praying to an avocado, and you still would have gotten the role because you got the role because you're talented.
Thank you. I honestly will. I really appreciate that, and but I do believe that the idea is that you have to help yourself in order for the universe to help you.
All right, let's take a call.
Someone just said Ben is on roids. So.
Thank you so much. I'm not sitting on
And
anybody.
here we go. No, Jason Pokemon 69. When you poop and don't pee is usually triggered by the prostate. What's going on in there?
You're having too much fun on your phone. So you poop and you don't pee. I was watching Shark Tank, which I love. Mark Cuban's on there, Mr. Wonderful, and a whole series of people. We're not pooping right. That's
You
the
gotta
fact.
use the
We're
squatty
actually supposed to. Yeah, we're squatty potty. We're supposed to do squatty potty. So that's actually the problem. It cuts the urethra, so you can't pee, but you do. You do the other thing.
My new apartment, I got a toilet that's low to the ground. I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Yeah, that's right. And he is paying
You have a
$500 a month for that alley.
That's a handicapped person's thing. My problem with having the squatty potty, I really like it, but it does look like you need help to take a shit. So I don't like having it in there normally. So what I do is I just lift up my knees. I grip my knees up, and that is not a bit. That is not a bit. I literally grip my knees like this so I shit easier.
Isn't that
So
exciting?
every time you go to take a shit, you pull your knee, you just kind of balance on the seat?
Yeah.
Yes, and he says, Natalie, I'm going to go make myself a Christmas present.
And
then
she's
he
just like,
present-
oh,
he
can
talk-
I be there to open it? Oh, thank you. Oh, God.
Let's not get into Hitler's sex life over here.
Please, let's don't. Please, let's don't. The guys from Panic Fest are on this chat. They say nice shirt.
Oh, we had a great time at Panic Fest in Kansas City. Thank you guys so much for the wonderful time.
Absolutely, dude. Thank you for the Rotten Rental shirt. It fucking reels. Check it out. He asked if we've ever researched the Kansas City Butcher, but I haven't.
I thought you guys went to eat barbecue there.
Pissle.
Kathy. I hate Tuesdays. Oh, I'm getting it all wrong.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
All right, I do have some questions coming in on Twitter. I got one from Bill Williams. Which political assassination do you find most interesting? Let's all answer this. Any political conspiracies that you think need to be looked at closer? Most interesting political assassination. There's so many of them across the globe.
Yeah.
A lot of people believe Andrew Breitbart was murdered, so Steve Bannon could take over in order to control Donald Trump's mind, and Steve Bannon obviously is now sitting on the Security Council in the White House. So I believe my favorite conspiracy theory politically is Andrew Breitbart, an overset, terribly alcoholic individual, extremely unhealthy, died of a heart attack while jogging, but I believe he was killed.
Interesting.
I've never actually heard that one. That Bannon killed Breitbart to gain control of
Breitbart.
the
They
empire.
hated each other, and now obviously we see where Steve Bannon has gone. So I think that's my favorite recent political conspiracy theory regarding assassination.
Did you just make that up on the spot?
No, I know that.
Oh.
Interesting. I've been thinking about this maybe for too long, right? What if there is a deep ploy of the science community to have an anti-science movement in the government come forward in order to make all of society feel more accepting of a robot president?
So it's sort of like the old cleaning lady from what's the name of that show? The cartoon.
The Jetsons.
The Jetsons.
But a president.
Well, she
Yeah,
had the
with
same hair as
president
Donald
instead of a
Trump.
stupid maid. But you know what? But I still think there'll be robot maids in the White House, and I still imagine that robot president will cheat on his robot wife with one of the robot interns.
Why would they need robot interns? Robots are hiring other robots to do robots' work?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been looking into the Kennedy assassination a lot more recently.
of course.
And I know, Henry, you're a big one on this one, too. The Secret Service agent theory.
Yes.
That John F. Kennedy was he was shot once by Oswald, but the fatal shot came from a hungover Secret Service agent who accidentally discharged his AR-15 rifle right into the back of Kennedy's brain. And if you look at if you look at the ballistics, if you look at the statements, there's even a picture that corroborates this.
I looked at the ballistics and I looked at the photos. There's no way that guy was hungover.
Honestly,
Well,
though,
it
but that's
wasn't.
the
It
truth.
actually
They
wasn't
said
that he was
experienced.
Yeah, it wasn't
right?
that he was hungover. It was that all the other guys had gone out to a strip club the night before, but because this guy was new, he had to be on rifle duty the next day, but he was extremely inexperienced and swung around a rifle with the safety off after the shot was heard and accidentally popped the president right in the brain.
Right, right in the goddamn brain. And you know what? Kennedy had a big head.
He did. He did. You could land a helicopter on that damn thing. We got a question from Megan Delaney. What baked good can I bring you all? Chicago. She wants to bring us a baked good. What do we want for a baked good?
I like fudge.
Well, that's not really a baked good. That's not a baked
Sometimes-
good. Fudge, but is fudge a baked good?
It can be. Technically, it's a frozen thing. You're supposed to mix it all together into a thing, and then you put it till it solidifies.
Yes, that's true. Also, was the Salvo the Boston Strangler? This is from GX Barnett.
No.
No.
NDX. No.
Not at all. And who was
Not
the
at all.
Boston Strangler?
Some
Bill
horny
Belichick.
guy.
It was Bill Belichick.
It was some
DeSalvo-
really, really horny guy.
Yeah, DeSalvo may have killed like one, maybe two, but he definitely was not the perpetrator of the entire series of murders. In fact, it was probably, the Boston Strangler was possibly 2 to 3 people, more than likely.
Really? That many? And it took that many people to strangle one Boston woman. and I think that's so wonderful. That's how strong they are.
They're tough. They're very, very tough. But you know what it is? The more and more I read about fucking Jack the Ripper, I even wonder.
Wait, hold
if
on. What?
all-
No, you're reading about fucking Jack the Ripper?
No.
You're doing. What was that?
Only if it was a saucy Jack. I would have sex with saucy Jack. But I'm starting to even wonder if all those crimes were even done by Jack the Ripper. I'm now getting into that part where it's being like, well, maybe all of these things are accidents and there's no sense to any of it.
Well, you know, I wanted to mention this on the episode recently. I firmly believe it was suicide. Because how many times you're just like, I had a bad show. Oh, this girl doesn't like me. Makes sense to me. Anyway, very good. Let's go back. I got a Twitter here. We have a question. Who would you rather drink with, Prescott Bush, Charles Manson, or the Marquis de Sade? Also,
Marquis de Sade.
oh, and Samantha Elizabeth, she also said, would you give my husband a handy? And if he was in trouble, I certainly would.
Here, how about this question? Necrofancy.
I know we
Oh, no, we didn't answer the question.
Who would you rather drink with, Prescott Bush, Charles Manson, or Marquis de Sade?
Charles Manson.
Prescott Bush.
Yeah, but Charles Manson, you got to leave before it gets weird, because you know those parties, those guys that you drink with, it's really fun for like an hour or two, and then it just gets fucking strange, and then it gets dangerous. That's drinking with Charles Manson.
There was a guy in college named Steve Sharkey that would do that every time. He hung out, he was like a cool guy, and then he would show up and he would just start rubbing your shoulder, and he's always been like, it's you and me, man. Everybody else fucking full of shit. It's you and me. And eventually he was caught going through a bunch of girls' bedrooms looking at their underpants, and he had to get thrown out of a party, and then he wasn't invited anymore.
We had an underpants guy, too. By the way, Steve Sharkey turned into the rapper Riff Raff, if you look at his teeth. We had an underwear guy, too. He stole 980-some pairs of underwear. I still have the paper. And then he became an evangelical Christian. 5 years later, they busted him for trying to have sex with an underage person at a truck stop because it was a police officer.
It was a police officer.
Yes. So anyway, what's with the undie thing? Who wants to steal underwear? I guess you're saving money, but...
I mean, it depends on his...
You never do the thing? You
Yeah.
never look through the panties, even of your girlfriend, and go like, oh, no, like a little bit in your
Oh,
house?
I mean, unless you have to sneeze or something, but absolutely not.
Yeah. Yeah, panties are amazing.
Wild stuff. Now
I
we're
don't
really
put him
getting
in like I don't put him in a bunch of hot water and drink the water like I'm making vampire's tea out of it.
Well, all right, we got one more here, or we got many. Will Lady Gaga use subliminal Illuminati messages during the Super Bowl halftime show? Lady Gaga, Illuminati, what do you guys think?
Madonna already did it like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Well,
she already did it. This is just to keep supposed to entertain the people who don't like football. That I don't even know why they're watching the fucking Super Bowl to begin with.
Well, do you think she's going to do a Trump protest? I always think what she should do for a Trump protest, slowly lower her skirt or her pants or lift her skirt and then have Trump's hair above her vagina. do a Trump toupee for her bush. I think that would be a powerful message that women are stronger than him, and they are. It's a
I
terrible
think that's
precedent.
actually really true. I just want her to do the Janet Jackson thing and just show the boobies. You know, if that's what you got to do is protest. I mean, I guess just go ahead and do it.
That'd be great. If you do, but speaking of halftime shows in the Illuminati, if you want to see one of the biggest shows of Illuminati power that's ever been done in the entire world, go see Madonna's performance at the Super Bowl. I think 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
But she fell down the steps.
she did fall down the steps.
Yeah, she looked horrible. We had to praise her because she's 50. But I'm sorry, I want to see a good show and not my mother.
It was a great show. I remember
She is much. I don't mean to put down your mother. I love your mother.
Do not put down my mother.
But I'm saying she is a little bit more talented than your mother and a little bit sexier.
Oh, my mother. Well, yes.
Do it.
Actually,
Say it.
yes. You know what? Good point, Henry. Very good point.
Say it. I have a question here for Marcus that I actually really like, Marcus. This is from Drew's Lilla Blow Me. UPS FedEx. What?
What was it?
Drusilla Blow Me. UPS, FedEx, or USPS for shipping bones?
USPS freight. That would be. That's if you're shipping bones that aren't really all that. Like if you're using them just kind of for working around and nothing too like crazy. If you're shipping skulls, definitely go to the UPS store. They will help you pack the skulls in a manner that will get them to your destination in the best possible shape. So yeah, definitely UPS store for skulls. But if you're just shipping like ribs and shit like that, you can screw into the walls and stuff like that. Then just go freight.
You can also use the Dead Pony Express.
They don't ask a single question.
Who?
The post office.
No, they absolutely don't. No, the only thing the post office asks is like, "Did you see me do it?"
Yeah,
You
shipping,
didn't?
Yeah, shipping bones out of Texas? No. You're shipping skulls out of Texas? No. No one's asking a single. I shipped a deer head that still had part of its flesh still on it. It's in my room right now.
Even that makes sense to me because it's at least an obvious animal head. When you just show up a bunch of just snapped and just shards of bones, and you're like, I gotta mail these to my thousands of fans. I'm like, so they don't say anything?
No.
I have thousands of people who ask me for them, and I give them the snippety snap, and I and I send them right like where the government can see them.
Totally aroused. We have a lot of questions about TWA 800. I think we have covered TWA 800, didn't we?
This is what we did, is that we did an episode of last podcast about TWA 800 and the plane that crashed a week after 9/11, which nobody talks about.
No.
We did an episode of last podcast.
Which is what, by the way, the week that after, can we talk about that?
We can talk about that, yeah, but I mean, just to finish very quickly, we did an episode of the last podcast on it. It didn't turn out how we wanted to, so we scrapped it. So, but what we did do is we did do a Top Hat about that. So there is, in the Top Hat archives, a whole episode of me and Ben talking about those flights. But that particular flight that we were talking about, the one that happened a week after 9/11, no one knows about this. It wasn't talked about that much. A week after 9/11, a plane full of people crashed into a neighborhood in Queens. An entire plane crashed into a neighborhood in Queens, and it was in and out of the newspaper in a day.
The official response from the government was the engine fell off.
Yeah, I mean,
engine fell off, which is so
we
much
need
more.
to start building our planes better. I was reading about
We
that.
have great
I was
planes.
in a plane.
No, but what happened
I was in a plane reading about it. This is true, and they're like, it was after the Malaysian flight. When they're like, sometimes
Oh my God.
planes just fall apart in the sky. And I was like, what are you fucking talking about? They just fall apart in the sky.
The Chinese took down the Malaysian flight, by the way. That's a fact. Also, what happened was it was a shoe bomber that went on that plane a week after 9/11, and that's when they set up Richard Reed to be the shoe bomber. Literally had a person who had browner skin than all of us. They put wicks on the bottom of his shoes, sent him through airport security. They were like, we got you. The guy looked like a fucking character from Beauty and the Beast.
Whatever you do, don't make me take my shoes off.
And because of that, we have to take off our shoes like we're a bunch of assholes who have committed a crime when we paid $500 to get on a ticket to Chicago.
Yeah, but that
having
was
to take off strip our clothes like we're a bunch of perverts going through an X-ray machine where they can look at our penises. A bunch of people making minimum wage, looking at how my penis drifts.
But you know, the crazy thing is, when you do go through security with your zipper down and your penis out, then they get mad too.
They get mad at you. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible.
Look at the documents. You want to see the documents?
All right, so longtime fan has asked me over Instagram. Number one, what would you guys do if the purge was issued by the president for 24 hours? What's a crime that you would do?
Well, the purge, by definition, it requires murder.
Yeah, it does require murder. Murder was where my mind went first. Definitely.
That's what you have to do.
What would you murder?
Man.
Okay, you got the purge. I mean, so theoretically, you have to take down something that is making your life worse. So what obstacle would you take down that would then, if that obstacle is down, you would succeed? That is a tough question without really making yourself a red flag for the CIA.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's the problem. It's red flag by CIA. I know several, and there's like 5 other guys that I'm in auditions with at all times that look just like me. Big, fat, bearded guys.
Take them down.
Well, the problem is they be coming for me too, right?
Right.
So then it becomes like a game of cat and mouse of us out there who kills her first, and then hopefully we'll shake hands and it'll be one of those where I'm choking him down like this, and he's just like, you were better, you were stronger and better, you were stronger and better than me in one time. You know what I mean? And that's okay. And then it's mutual. It's like Native American, like I bury him for his family.
There it is. Very good answer. I would change all the Popeyes chickens to KFCs.
Oh, what?
I love
so you're
Popeyes
gonna do
is so much better than KFC.
No, I know. That's why when you go to KFC, you could actually get good chicken for once.
That's true. And also, her second question was, what would a threesome be like between us? Thank you, Tasmin.
Honestly, it is this. You are literally, you hear it every week, and you are currently watching what a threesome would be like with all of us, but from the top up.
All I know is I'm quick, but I'm a cheerleader.
Rapid fire, ask Marcus what his secret magic name is.
No way, motherfucker. You're never getting my secret magic name.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that was from
I know.
Orlando
Yeah.
Griffonish.
Yeah, and Orlando,
Yeah.
you're trying to fucking trick me. I know what that trick is, you asshole. You're not getting it.
Intense stuff. Wow. If you and the guys were wrestlers, what would your names be?
Oh, Dr. Gasoline.
That's right. I think we've already
Yeah,
gone through
Dr.
this.
Gasoline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to be
Yeah.
like tall sludge. All right, Travis, we
I
got a
would
phone
probably
call.
go as like, to be honest, I want to be something cute but bad.
Like Paul
So
Bear.
I'd be the raccoon.
What's your finisher? You just eat a bunch of garbage?
Just do that at them until they give up.
I gotta say, raccoons will always be my favorite outside marmot because of the great outdoors.
Oh, God, I love it.
Yeah.
I saw a possum on my street today. Followed him for a little while. You
That is
scared.
great.
You follow the
Following
possum.
them. Why
So
are
a
you
possum
following
literally had to go back to its possum family and be like, this crazy beaver-looking human followed me the entire way down my Polish neighborhood.
Yeah.
Was Robin Williams murdered?
No.
Or something else other than that? We don't know. Honestly, this is what happened with Robin Williams, and I will tell it on this show. He was masturbating. And then I swear to God, this is not a lie. I am the future Brooklyn Borough president. I do not lie. Robin Williams was masturbating. He was into autoerotic asphyxiation, and that's how he died. They covered it up, saying it was a suicide. He died the exact same way his son did in America's Greatest Dad or America's Best Dad or whatever the hell the name of that movie was.
World's Greatest Dad.
World's Greatest
And
Dad.
if you haven't seen that movie, it is fantastic.
It's a great
It
movie,
is
but
great.
that's how he
It
died.
is a really good movie. I wonder, because you know what it comes down to? It's been like, I would say my masturbation spikes when I'm sad. Right?
Yeah.
So I imagine at some point he is feeling that, and he gets sad, he gets a little bit horny, and he's also really, 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 really sad, and also his body dementia is making him see goblins everywhere, and it's really hard for him to come normal. So I imagine maybe you could be right.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I have heard this from Hollywood insiders that was his major fetish, which is absolutely wonderful and totally acceptable, and the family has covered it up because they don't want him to go down as someone who died while masturbating. The exact same thing that David Carradine's family tried to cover up, but of course it came out in the news because I believe it was Taiwan or wherever
Yeah.
he was. They reported it actually as true.
You're getting a lot of support on the chat stream.
Thank you. That's a fact. I guarantee you that is a fact.
All right,
I don't know. I actually don't know if it's a fact, but what the best part about what we can do at all times is just say it is.
Well, he's gone. And we love Robin Williams. And if you are into autoerotic asphyxiation, be careful and get a belt that has a little button that will release you.
Yeah,
like a seatbelt.
Yes.
You know what it is? It's just like you need a spotter.
Yeah.
You need somebody to be there to lift the feet in
Yeah.
case, right? You need to be on a stool, or you need to set an alarm, or you need to do something, or it just comes down to it being like, I don't know, put a plastic bag over your head or something. I don't know.
It is a strange request to put out there on Craigslist to be like, I need a spotter. And they're like, I'm a weightlifter. To be like, no. I will be masturbating myself. As a matter of fact, I don't want to see you. But that would be a good job. Question from Ashley Rush. If you guys could be a fly on the wall at any murder that's ever happened, which would it be?
That came from the chat as well. I'm trying to get to some of these. I would want to be there for honestly, the Sharon Tate murder.
Oh.
Just to respell Helter Skelter. Just to go up and be like, you fucking idiots. No.
Wait, so you want to be like a bitchy English teacher?
Yeah.
Tell them that they weren't right?
You guys you're being a grammar Nazi. That's what they'll say to me.
Yeah,
Like,
that
you
is-
kill that pregnant woman and complain to me about English later. All right?
I think maybe any murder, my God, that is really tough. I mean, maybe one of those mob hits that's like super intense and strange, and you never know where the gun is, who has the gun and whatnot. Maybe like the Valentine's Day Massacre or something, because the betrayal in the eyes of the people getting killed, I think, would be really dramatic and fascinating.
I'm very torn here because my first thought is John Benet Ramsey,
Oh, that's not good.
so I could see who actually fucking murdered
disgusting.
her. But then on the
That's-
other hand, I would have to witness a little girl being murdered.
Yeah, and of course you would
you
also have to
fucking
witness
monster.
yourself killing her, which would be the most horrifying of all. The whole time it was
monster.
Johnny Depp.
Here we go. Okay, here's a really hard question from Necrofancy.
Oh.
If pedophilia is recognized as a genetic predisposition by the legal system,
It's
how will
not.
the punishment for the crime of pedophilia change?
It's not recognized as a precondition. As a matter of fact, it should never change, and the punishment should be 3 times harder than what it actually is right now.
Technically, it should be chemical castration. That'd actually be good. Just eliminate the problem. Get rid of the penis.
You should treat every pedophile the exact same way that the character that Christopher Lloyd played in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the way he treated that shoe. That was a cartoon. They should be dipped into a vat of acid, and they should come out as if they never existed.
Just put them against the wall. I think
Yes,
they should be put up
I have
against the
no
wall, and
sympathy.
you shoot a bunch of them, and only one of them, like that thing where like only one of the guns has a real bullet in it, so they get scared and then they get shot in the head.
I know, doing foster care, it was really, I met many pedophiles, and they're horrible human beings, and they're grown men, and they should have more control over their bodies, and they need counseling, and don't do touching.
Don't you touch me.
Don't do touching.
Synthetic Moon on the chat asks, what is our favorite lesser-known cryptid?
That's a good one. We know Mothman, Bigfoot, obviously, with the New Jersey Devil. Lesser known, you got your leprechauns.
I mean, I like the melon heads.
Melon heads are very
I like the
good.
melon heads a lot. Yeah, those were they possibly escaped hydrocephaliacs, people with entirely hugely enlarged heads and brains that were said to be cryptids, but were probably just escaped mental patients.
All right, let's do a phone call.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
Hello.
Holy cow, I did it.
Holy cow!
I love you, and you're from Wisconsin. It's so Brett Favre is with us. What's up, dude? How are you? Honestly, you're the only caller that we're going to be taking, so you can talk for the rest of the show.
All right. Hey, I got a bit of a hypothetical question for you. So let's say an alien comes down, he makes first contact with the three of you. And however he happens to do so, let you know he wants to hear some Earth music because he didn't run into the Voyager and get to listen to the gold record. So you guys have to pick one song each for this alien to listen to. What song do you pick?
All right, one song each for an alien to welcome him or her or it or they to our planet. Whoo, that is a doozy. What says America? Or, I mean, we have to think globally here.
Carry on my way, you want
Yeah, I was kind of thinking something
There'll
like
be peace when you are done.
Kansas related. That's not bad.
I go, Here Come the Warm Jets by Brian Eno.
Good one.
Well, that's kind of fun if you're in a hot tub. Let's see here. Maybe, well, I would say Sunday Morning Coming Down by Johnny Cash, because that is how most of Americans feel on a regular basis.
Honestly, I mean, doesn't it have to be like We Are the World so they can get us at our worst first? Because you can't handle us at our worst.
Yeah.
You don't deserve us at our best.
Oh, that would be good too. Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun, so when he lands, he knows where to go, and he knows what girls want to do. And they want to have
Is that
fun.
really what it is? They just go straight to the women.
The disco.
Where are the women? I don't.
I heard-
Not this one. You can have this one. Her name is Melania. And she'll do
my
anything
goodness.
for space money.
I am the president of space. Well, all right, that's a great one.
Is the president of space a step up from president of the United States?
Absolutely not. There's no step up from the president of the United States. Other than, I mean, it just happens to be filled by a horrible person right now.
What about that Merkel?
Chancellor, you're saying
Germany. It's the size of
Chancellor of Germany?
Wisconsin.
Chancellor of Germany isn't above President of the United
Absolutely
States.
not.
You get to be
it's
a
the size of
chancellor.
Nebraska.
You're chancellor.
Well, either way, she's an odd one. All right, let's see here. Question
All right,
for you
so-
all live stream. Which type of alien would you fucking why? I mean, for me, it would obviously be just a tall, white, you know.
Because your dick is racist.
No, I'm just a tall, I don't know what else. Yeah.
I want to have sex with the fucking Nordic, man.
Oh, yeah.
I once had sex with a girl with eczema, and it was kind of like having sex with a reptilian.
Let's take another call. Travis, who do we got on the line? Oh, what's that? President John F. Kennedy. Nothing. Okay, great.
No call.
No call at all.
I'm getting gaslighted by Adult Swim, I think.
Are they saying that everything's good?
Like, that's the best we can do. Is like,
Isn't that wild? Adult Swim, the company that brought us that racist show and the talking meatball. I can't believe it. Isn't that nice?
Guys, we have this on lockdown.
This
you
is good.
think of this as the most disorganized, janky live stream that we've done yet, but you don't understand. This has been a long experiment to see how long you'll watch something.
And they have been watching. They love it. Alien with 3 boobs or 2 vaginas? This is coming in from Tam Summers. 3 boobs or 2 vaginas? What do you want? I guarantee you I know my answer. 3 boobs.
3 boobs.
Although it would be kind of fun with the 2 vaginas.
Where would the 2 vaginas be placed?
Well, I guess on the inside of the thigh, and then I don't know exactly. I mean, I'm not a scientist.
it would be the only way it would be fun if they're together like this, so that you can go. Oot, 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 oot. That's the only real reason why. But at the same time, I don't got that kind of stamina.
So you just want your penis to be a confused groundhog?
I just want the 3 boobies so I can go.
Good point, Henry. All right, we've got another hot question. Need to be president. He's like, okay, I need to be president. That was just a person telling me that I need to be president. Thank you very much. And I will be the Brooklyn Borough president. I actually have a very rational platform, and all of these things will be used against me.
It's extremely irrational.
No, it's not. I've spoken to a lot of people. Marcus isn't currently understanding what I'm going to do here, but that's fine. Henry, what do you have for us?
Okay, let's see it here. Let me just go through some of this stuff.
This is nice. Marcus, do you have a question
I just
for
see
Henry?
3 vaginas behind the knee. It's like 2 times the queefing. As they said that Butts McGuts said that would be the problem with the 2 vaginas. Would you rather watch your parents have sex once a day for the rest of your life or join in one time?
Well, that's the darndest question I ever heard. Well, and neither isn't an option, huh? I'm just happy my parents are having
death.
fun.
Yeah, I choose just fucking blow my brains out if that's the problem.
Yeah.
I would just Bud Dwyer myself all over. Yeah.
Do you have to be there, or are you just like watching on your phone once a day?
Oh God, I don't know, man. Who gives a shit? You know, it comes down to it and being like, I definitely wouldn't watch my mom, my father just like,
Now this is your father who has to wear oven mitts because he can no longer feel, and we don't know if he has feet. Is that correct? Is that correct? Yes.
Now, do they know that you're watching? Like, are they
yeah,
aware
I bet
that you're
they
watching?
do. Yeah, and then they have to perform for you.
Is there a time limit? Do you have to stay till completion?
I don't know. I'm not the Willy Wonka
He
of
tries
this
to judge
question.
me sometimes. He tries to judge me this one. Marcus Parks, what is your favorite horror film? This is just for you, Marcus.
Oh my, Cannibal Holocaust or Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Evil Dead 2.
Well, that's 3. So, what is your favorite horror film? You have to choose definitive.
Choose.
I'd say Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Very
I
good.
would put, I think my favorite is somewhere between Devil's Reign and Devil's Rejects. I know they both have, I mean, I'm completely on brand. But those are 2 films I really, absolutely love. Devil's Rejects has always been my favorite, just because I fucking love that fucking hotel room scene.
You know what? My favorite has got to be House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
When it comes to Rob Zombie, because he never thought he was going to get another chance to make a movie. So it's 2 movies in one. I get, you know, how it's kind of confusing, but it's so fun, and you get the passion. He was so happy to do it, and the actors
Yeah.
were horrified the entire time. And
It's
it
great.
launched the career of Chris Hardwick, and because of that, we've never been on At Midnight.
Yeah. Someone here asked me, no, not that one. If you guys murdered someone, which song would you want to murder them to?
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Standing in the row. I can also see Jack Ripper doing that. With Jack the Ripper on, he's cutting off the breasts.
Oh my goodness. I guess those are the coconuts there, but yeah. Either way, what would you like to do?
What song would I like to murder someone to?
That's the question.
Dracula Mountain by Lightning Bolt.
Cool.
Oh. Sounds
Yeah.
like a cheap ripoff of Mountain
Carry on
Dew.
my wayward son.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Every one of those actors dead.
Kind of creepy when you do it like that. You know, I think if evolution was real, we'd have candle wicks on our thumbs.
But just candle wicks?
Yeah, and then you light them up, and then it would regrow. All right, any other questions? Let's see, my Twitter, I don't think anyone's watching.
These are all just someone saying thank you. Butts McGuts said thank you for answering their question.
No problem, Butts McGuts.
Onion Booty said they want to hear the song, the original theme song for Monk, while they murdered somebody.
Oh, I don't know, that was Monk now. That was played by the character from Wings.
Tony Shalhoub.
And he didn't
Tony
like to
Shalhoub.
touch anything. I loved Monk. He was a poor man's Columbo.
He definitely was a discount Columbo.
Yep.
Jason Pokemon 69 asked if we've ever met a pedophile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've met many. I did
Yeah.
foster. I was yes, and they're horrible people, and they should all again be burned alive.
Everyone's
Yeah.
met a
in,
pedophile.
in public squares.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you
I'm
meet
in
one,
Los
just feel
Angeles.
free to just cut everything off of their body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good question.
Ghost Rick underscore says I love you, Ben.
Thank you. I love you, and I accept your vote.
That is nice. Onion Booty. Oh, these guys got some real imaginations.
All right,
I'll
I
say
got a
that.
question here from Jessica Lara, and this seems to be a common trope on social media. What is your favorite bagel? They like me to say the word bagel because they believe I say it wrong, although I say it right, and they
It's
say
your
it.
accent.
Yes. What is your favorite bagel? I'm going to say mine is the salt.
Salt bagel.
Salt bagel is so good because you put something on top of it that isn't salty, and then you got your salty like a cream cheese with your jelly, or you can just dip it in a bunch of fucking peanut butter.
But it's
Either way,
just
it's
big chunks of salt on the top of it that just cut your mouth.
no, you have to put the soft part in your tongue, and then you just
So you flip it upside down?
yeah. Oh, I love a good salt bagel. It's wonderful, and it's what the seagulls eat.
I like cinnamon raisin.
Oh, that's not a bagel.
Interesting.
That's not a bagel.
Interesting.
What's that? Why is that not a
Interesting.
bagel?
No, that's a Catholic dessert. That's,
It is kind of a dessert. It is
Yeah.
kind of a dessert.
no, bagels are supposed to be for the breakfast, or yeah,
I
absolutely.
eat it for breakfast.
I'm going to tell you this. You know what I like? Pumpernickel, onion, slice in half, white fish put on there, tomato, lettuce, onion. It's fucking just.
Favorite potato chip? That's been asked by Diego de la Torre. I'm gonna say the jalapeno.
Salt and vinegar.
I love a good jalapeno potato chip.
Give me as much salt and vinegar as you can. Give me anything.
Yeah, I'm down with it. I like a mesquite barbecue.
Kiefer Smith says, "Hey man, I don't think the live stream phone number is working. Maybe it's just me." Yeah, Kiefer, it is just you. Everyone's getting through. You idiot.
It's
How are you
just you.
failing?
It's
It's
just
totally you. Look at that.
Hey guys, Daedalus asks, Slim Jims or Jack Links?
Ooh, Slim Ooh, Jack Links.
Jack Links.
Jack
Yeah,
Links.
yeah,
Jack
definitely
Links.
Jack Links.
Absolutely.
I'm not a fucking trucker having sex with other truckers on the fucking highway. I go Jack Links.
Absolutely, yeah. Slim Jims, first of all, they're not slim, they're not Jim, and they're disgusting.
Jemima Puddle Duck, this is a good one. What do you think is behind all the missing people in our national parks? And I'll tell you what I think is behind. I honestly think it's got to do with ley lines and energy portals. I think it's something with how they talk about how like people, the glitches in the Matrix and people disappear. I think that's part of that, is that when you are unobserved, matter can change in a weird way. Maybe that's I'm not high, I'm full of coffee, as a matter of fact. And so I've never been more sober in my fucking life. And so I will say I do believe that it's something along those lines. It's weird, sort of like unloosed, weird floating wormholes. And also animals.
I think it's a bunch of idiots looking at the Yellowstone geyser, just staring down it. And be like, it's never gonna come. And then the geyser does explode, it explodes all over their face, it sucks them in, it burns them alive, and they die.
Yeah, if you spend a lot of time in the wilderness, you know there are many nooks, crannies, and crevices that you can fall into, get folded into, and just starve to death.
Yeah. I'm down for that. I understand that.
Absolutely.
I'm a part of it, but I also like the idea of roving wormholes. Because
That's more fun.
Yeah.
Marcus,
And
we have
also
a
David
question.
Markley, those missing 411 books are really awesome.
Yeah, I firmly believe it's people falling down the traps of geysers. Marcus, when's the next Cowman album coming out?
The Cowman album, we are about 7 or 8 songs into it right now. We hope to have it done by the end of the year. We just wrote a new song last night. It's going to be fucking great. I'm really
What's it
excited
called?
about the new album.
What's the
we're
new song called?
The song, Here's a Shovel. Yeah. Working title for the album is Live from Sweaties.
The song is called Here's a Shovel?
Here's
Here's
a
a shovel.
Actually, it's about making a pedophile dig his own grave after he killed a young girl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh,
a
wow.
shovel.
Yeah. Here's a
Here's a
shovel.
shovel.
That's
Don't
good.
stop
You
digging.
could go on one of those redneck comedy tours. Here's a
Here's
shovel.
your shovel.
Here's a
You
shovel.
went and done ahead and killed your boy by not feeding him and leaving him in the car. Here's your shovel.
Here's your shovel.
There's a.
He's a multi-millionaire. Here's a shovel.
Here's a shovel.
Here's a
We're getting a lot of
shovel.
requests for people to come for us to come to Australia.
Working on
So
it. We are working on it, definitely.
get it done.
Yep, and we will be there very soon.
Get it done.
Let's see. This guy, we have time for one more question.
Okay.
This is it. Let's see. What do you guys think about doomsday preppers? We can answer that one. Or this guy says he can't swim, or she can't swim, rather. What can't you all do? So it's doomsday preppers or something we can't do. Doomsday preppers, I personally believe, are just, they're people with excess money who are succumbing to paranoia and overall insanity, and they just want to have a place away from their family.
Yeah, and they're pumping money into the economy, which is positive.
Interesting. I feel that it's be prepared all you want. I'd be down. I want a bunker because I just think it'd be fun to have a bunker. It's just nice to have some privacy. I think that'd be really cool. So I understand that when the end of the world comes, you're fucking dead, no matter what. So you just spent $50,000 on a bunker, and if you're not hanging out with it all the time, it's a waste of money.
Absolutely. I don't know what they're going to watch down in that bunker because doomsday preppers will be off the air. There won't be any society. So it just becomes a huge subway full of farts.
Yes. And a thing I cannot do is ride a bike.
What?
Yeah, neither him or Jackie, they can't ride bikes.
How can't
We
you
were
ride
not taught. We were not taught to ride bikes.
Yeah, but you just get on one now and just ride it.
I have a bad knee. I have no sense of balance. Can you imagine me on a like out there on a fucking concrete, just getting harassed by gang members? Guys coming over there, just like being like, take off the pants, you silly non-riding bike boy.
Well, I can't go spelunking. That is mine. I'm claustrophobic and I'm afraid of heights.
I can't frown.
What do you mean you can't frown?
Do it.
He's trying.
That is a frown. Technically, it is a frown. That's a frown.
Hold on, let me see it. That's a frown.
That's a frown. Here, let me try to. I don't ever frown.
Actually, I smile when I try to frown. Great questions all around.
You just look like you're taking a shit. You look like you have a taper on. You're taking a shit as a child.
It's nice to be loved. Okay, well that's this week's episode of the last stream on the left.
This has been the best stream we've ever done.
Just powerful, powerful.
I honestly think that this whole thing, I think this is the best work we've ever done.
Yep.
I'm looking at you, Kissel. I'm looking at you, Marcus. I'm looking at Dickies and Titties. I think that congratulations to the people watching this.
Yep, absolutely. Following this will be the great show, Swimming Pool Full of Nails.
Guys, just know you can live your dreams.